We're at Murrayfield Stadium. We're about to go into the Edinburgh Whisky Festival. We're going to be filming our podcast live.
We'll see you in there.
We'll see you in there.
Wham, bam, festive, dram. Now, you might think that this is just a bottle of whiskey.
We're over here at the SMWS stand. So what are you getting from this whiskey?
Tropical fruits.
It is mango, it's apricot. That is really delicious.
This is a peated expression from that distillery, which they only run for 2 months of the year. So it's actually a very limited spirit. So to have this version of the distillery spirit as the .1 is pretty special.
Hello and welcome to the November Scotch Malt Whisky Society podcast live from Edinburgh Whisky Festival. On my left we have the dazzling Anthony.
Dazzling! I hope I have an equally...
And on my right we have the extravagant Duncan.
Extravagant. I'll take that.
So obviously this is our first live podcast, so I hope it goes well. November Outturn, it's the usual setup.
The biggest Outturn.
The biggest Outturn of
ever.
the year. Are you excited about that, Anthony?
So much.
It's different this year. So usually we do the little Outturn and the big Outturn.
Yes.
This year it's just one massive Outturn.
One big drop. Although saying that, the first things we're talking about is a tiny wee free drop because we've got Sherry Week, which actually starts the week of the Outturn. So we thought we've got a couple bottles from the Sherry Week section.
Some sherry belters.
Yeah. And they might have a wee pre-release, pre-Outturn, but essentially we're going to be dropping like about 50 whiskies on the first Friday in November. So it is our biggest month of first. There's lots to be excited about. I kind of feel like we should just crack on and open the dram.
Yeah, let's get a dram poured and chat.
Let's go.
As we go.
Right, I'll do the first one then.
Where are we starting?
So, interestingly enough, I didn't do this on purpose, but I've picked two distilleries from the Sherry Week, and they are both, so maybe you can tell me the link between these two. We've got 71 and 63. Normally I test you, Duncan, but I don't expect you to get this one.
we got some.
So we got distillery number
fresh
71
meat.
and 63.
Yeah.
Do you know what the link is between those two distilleries?
They're two, with another malt, they're like two core ingredients to a very classic, well-renowned blend.
You can see the name of the blend. It's Valentine's blend.
Valentine's, yeah.
They are. I mean, we can actually pour bigger drams there. Oh, sorry. I've got groupies waving at me from the side there. We'll get you on later. I've lost my chain of thought now. Yeah. So as I said, so this is two distilleries that are not that well known in their own right for bottling single malt. They do have some expressions. They're better well known for being a key component of the Valentine's blend, which I think is the second biggest blended whiskey in the world after Johnny Walker. It's fantastic stuff. I really like all the distilleries. So 71, 63,
and 72.
And 72, there you go.
Yeah.
So we're starting off with this one, which is 71.116. They both have similarities as they're both sort of... the style of whiskey is what you'd expect from the sort of space side. So they're light, sweet, floral, easygoing. This one is known for having a bit more of a kind of waxy mouthfeel. So this one is Madagascan vanilla caviar. If you were to have that, it sounds like ice cream and caviar, doesn't it? Really? If you had that as a dish, it might not be that appealing, but I'm sure this whiskey is fantastic. This is from the toasted oak and vanilla flavour profile. 14 years old. Initial cask is a bourbon barrel, and then it's been moved into our first fill, SDR PX seasoning barrique. SDR is shave, toast, and recharge.
Shaved, toasted, and recharged.
Shaved, toasted, and recharged. And Duncan's going to tell us all about shaving, toasting, and recharring.
Great, thank you, Calum.
We were joking about how Richard always used to do this to me on the podcast. He would start off, and when he ran out of things to say, he would just say, "And we're going to hand it over to."
And you've been taking from his techniques, I think, the last few months. Every single time, it's like, okay, I'll cover all the basic knowledge that Duncan might know, and then I'll throw him into the deep end with some nerdy thing that he definitely has no clue about.
I'm acknowledging it, and it's just a bit of fun, so let's not get too upset. Well, it's a cask treatment, right? So
a way to get a little bit more life out of a cask, or help soften some spirit, smooth it out a little bit.
You always get a nice wee bit of colour, but obviously this is Oloroso. Sorry, I am wrong. It's PX.
Oh,
so
sack him.
PX, Anthony, what are you going to say about PX as a style of sherry?
Tell me everything you know about PX.
I tell you one. I don't want to do all the talking.
Pedro Jimenez.
It's your like richest, sweetest style of sherry. So PX stands for Pedro Jimenez, which is the exclusive type of grape that's used to make that, which is Pedro Jimenez grape.
Essentially, it's the only really sweet style of sherry, and it's super sweet.
Yeah, so yeah.
It's sugary and sweet, and I say this every month, but I've got a sweet tooth. I definitely like a PX cask.
It's not too intense in the colour, so I don't know if do we know how long it's been in the second cask for?
Well,
I know.
what I do know is that when we don't talk about finishing, we talk about further maturation. So we know that it's going to be a minimum of 2 years, right? But any more than that, I'm not sure. What are you getting on the nose there, Duncan?
I mean, I've tasted already, so I've jumped the gun, but it's so sweet.
We're at the Whisky Festival.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologise for drinking whiskey at the Whisky Festival.
To set the scene a little bit, we're sitting here at Murrayfield Stadium, I should mention. First time I've been to the Whisky Festival here. It's just kicked off. We're in the first session just now. We've got our colleagues over here from the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. They've got doing some pouring and sampling, and they're selling some bottle of membership over here on the left-hand side. And then we've got lots of other brands.
Hordes and hordes of the Outturn Podcast fans queuing up to watch us. You'd be mistaken for thinking they're actually here for the Whisky Festival. They're not. It's to watch our fantastic show.
If I don't sign any autographs today, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed. That's all I'm going to say. But it's a wee bit of a different vibe. We've got live music happening up the room. There's a guitar. We have some live music. I saw a DJ.
There's the Coopers.
There's the Coopers at the top there. So it's a bit more of a fun take on the Whisky Festival. So first experience. But have you been to this festival before?
No, I didn't. We were attending it last year, but I wasn't working at it. But
the Society have been here before?
Yeah, the Society's been here. We were here last year when they did it.
Oh,
it is delicious.
Oh my God!
It's not too heavy on the PX. That's what's quite nice.
It's like honey and caramel, but it's got that kind of burnt.
I'm definitely getting like honey. Like that's like
it's like caramelized honey, if that's such a thing.
And there is something a little bit kind of light and fruity. It's definitely like more on the like oak than the actual PX that's seasoned in the cask, I think.
You know those apples you get at Halloween?
Yeah.
That have been like covered in caramel.
Yeah.
Like kind of like stewed. No, not even stewed apples. Yeah, toffee apples.
Toffee apples. That's one.
Took you a while to get to that one. You know those apples they get at Halloween. Yes.
What are you getting then, Calum? If you're gonna slander my notes.
No, I won't slander your notes. They were fantastic, and you were very accurate. But I'm getting all those sort of sweet things: caramel, apple, yes, stewed apple, honey. But it's got that toasted. I know that's obvious because it's an STR, but it definitely does have that woody, burnt quality to it as well. Which is
mouthfeel as well. It's quite like
that's
rich.
It's
like a nice coating, isn't it?
Almost said the name of the distillery, but the distillery number 71 is known for having a waxy quality to it.
Is that meant to be like going back to the blend? Is that like the textural element of the blend, maybe? I don't know. Like that's just.
I think that's a good assumption. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're talking about three components of that blend. They're all going to add different qualities, aren't they? Yeah. Because you don't want three single malts that are the same. It's like a painter painting with different colours.
Yeah, it shows how much control the whiskey team have in producing each bottle. It's like there's so many different options they have to be able to craft an individual whiskey.
Yeah, and I've had. We don't see that all that often, but I've had some 71s in the past. I would say that it's one that members probably don't recognise. Or that aren't that familiar with, but it was one that I always recommended as something to try that I might not have tried before, because I've had some 71s. I'm terrible with names, I can't even remember it, but it was skinny dipping in Scotch broth.
Yeah, that was a great one.
It was a great name.
A great name. A good name always helps. But I absolutely loved it. I think it was just a straight up bourbon cask, but it's like 10 years old. It hit all the buttons for me. This one's 14 years old, and it's STR Oloroso Barrique. Now we've on the palate. You probably told me what you get in the palate, but you're getting anything else now?
I just added
water. I think it's better with the water. Yeah. Like the alcohol's a bit more integrated, and it's like now it gets like
it feels a little bit fruitier.
Yeah,
more with the water.
Apple-y stuff going on.
Do you know what's quite nice? The fact that it's Saturday. Normally we're doing the podcast on a working day. We may have to go back and open a few emails afterwards. So we just have a wee sip, we have
typos
responsible. Oh, definitely. But today it's a Saturday. We're through in Edinburgh. Well, sorry that I'm through in Edinburgh because I'm from Glasgow.
We've been let
but
loose.
we can actually have some fun today.
Yeah.
So, you up for it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited.
So we could move on to the next one if you like, or you could tell us a little bit about what's coming up in terms of content, Duncan.
Yeah, so November is an exciting time. Our last printed Unfiltered was all the way back in June, which means the next issue is right around the corner. Should be landing with members start of November, which is very exciting. Some great features in there. We're all talking about how whiskey brings people together a lot in this issue. So there's a lot of really great community stories.
We're both nodding at the same time. we're doing the polite nod.
You're synced in. Yeah.
Yes, Duncan, tell me more.
Tell me. There's a great feature about a 0.1 that we have coming up later on, which is really
today in our tasting.
In our tasting today, so we'll tell you a bit more about that later. I'm not sure how specifically we can talk about it without giving the name of the distillery.
Well, that's always the tricky bit, isn't
Yeah, we're always
it?
quite coy about it anyway, so you can do some reading and figure it out for yourselves.
We can give some heavy clues, I think, because people know, and members talk, and they always work out what the distillery is. We just can't broadcast it when we're in the Outturn or on the podcast, but yeah.
But no, some great stories in there. We got a piece with Willie Phillips, who was the man who kind of brought Macallan to the world stage. He was the managing director in the 1970s, and so he basically was responsible for bringing it. When he went for his job interview, he wanted to taste the spirit before he went into the interview, so he knew what he was talking about. And he went into the bar and he's like, "I have something." He was looking for all the single malts. He couldn't see anything. He's like, "Do you have any Macallan? I don't see it." And it was on an optic, which is just it's so out of this world to think Macallan is optic now.
You mean like one of the old school
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want Coke and ice for that?
Yeah.
So he basically is largely responsible for bringing it to the world stage as a single malt.
And look at it now.
So some really interesting stories in there. And have a read. Let us know what you think.
Well, I think it's time for another dram.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the as our esteemed guest? You can do the honours.
Number 63.119. Oh God.
And it's I didn't do that on purpose, but it is tricky when you haven't even looked at the name of the bottle, and then suddenly you're faced with.
I don't know what
certain
any of these words
I've
mean.
done some research on this.
I think we had this before.
I can help.
Contrapuntal as Bach. What's the last
Fugue.
word?
Fugue.
Well, maybe, but before you tell us about the bottle, Duncan, maybe tell us about the name.
So the name, having done my research, I won't claim to be this cultural to
We actually did some research today.
We actually did some research.
On the train the way through.
On the train.
That's how
we didn't want to actually talk to each other about anything.
We like the podcast to be natural, have a natural feel to we're just discovering the information and all the knowledge of the bottles as we go.
So, can I have the bottle just so I say this right?
That's my excuse anyway.
Contrapuntal is, I think it's a musical term where there's two different aspects of either a melody or vocals that interact with each other.
We've had that name on a bottling before, I think.
So it's a great name actually, as obviously a Bach fugue, which is his specific style.
Is it?
I think so.
Who's he?
If I say it confidently, then maybe people would just
not
believe.
in English.
You don't know who Bach is?
English.
Or is he German?
Doesn't sound very.
I don't know what the last word means though.
But anyway, it's a very cultural name.
Do you know what the last word means?
Yeah, it's like a style of music. It's his.
Right. Bach.
It's his style of composition. I think.
I don't know anything about Bach.
If you're educated and cultural in the comments, then let us know what it actually means. But that was my understanding of it. So hopefully, I think if we read the tasting notes, there's going to be two elements of this dram that kind of play with each other, interact. Why are you laughing at me? You tell me what the title means then.
Maybe you should play a little Bach fugue at the closure of the podcast so everyone actually gets to know what it sounds like.
I'm just not allowed to laugh at the fact you said play with each other.
That's not even funny. That's such a reach.
This guy's meant to be the mature one.
Yeah, I know.
The three of us.
You're meant to hold the fort.
No.
Come on.
People don't grow up; they just grow old. So you can tell us about. You haven't told us about the whiskey yet.
No.
Passed around.
So this is in the dried fruits and spices flavor profile, which I think just the color.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you
the whiskey.
tipsy?
The whiskey almost
Is this your
matches the
breakfast?
bottle.
I mean, I'm drinking on an empty stomach, and it tastes better when I drink on an empty
you said that. Anthony tastes much better on an empty stomach, for the record.
So here we're Distillery 63, which I were talking about. It's got that link with Distillery 71 as well. Speyside again. This is one of my personal favourites, that distillery code. And from like, I don't know, like young 8-year-olds to 25-year-olds that we released from that distillery, to me it just never disappoints. It just has that just really nice, like simple, fruity, sweet balance. Works well with sherry, works well with bourbon. I think it's a super versatile
What
dram.
casks?
So yeah, it's actually similar to the other one, isn't it?
So this one's got some pretty active casks. So it was initially in a first fill, shaved, toasted, recharged, so another STR. And then, initial ex-bourbon, and then finished in an STR Oloroso seasoned barrique. So barrique being European oak, so it might add in a little bit more tannins to it, something a bit more. Usually, like you get like the kind
And
of
the barrique's it's a similar size to a hogshead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit bigger,
Roughly,
like
I mean, it's
250 litres or something.
Similar.
And obviously, Oloroso. So we get to compare Oloroso to PX, which is a bit fun.
It's fun, yeah. And Oloroso is the much drier style of sherry. It's the driest, so for me it's spicier, it's more nutty, but you also get a really nice dark chocolatey kind of element to it. That's why they're so often used together.
Yeah.
So if you see sherry, if it just says sherry, then you can assume that it's probably a combination of PX and Oloroso, the two most sort of favoured styles of sherry for.
The first one smelled very sweet in the nose, whereas this one smells a little bit more herbal, a little bit funky, herbal.
Yeah.
A little bit spicy.
And it's still got that dark fruit element to it as well.
Yeah. So do you think that like the classical music reference is also like the kind of wood instruments and like the kind of smell like wood varnish and those kind of things?
I guess that's the best thing about the names is it's always open to your interpretation.
And I love it.
You can make shit up
and
say it's true.
It's a conversation starter. It's intriguing, and there's probably a few different things. I was thinking like that the complex sort of melody of the way the music's composed and the way this whiskey is being put together, because it is a few different things entwined in one, and for a perfect symphony.
Ooh,
I don't know.
It's a poet as well.
I've only had one dram.
Have you ever named any bottles?
No.
No? You're on the tasting panel, aren't you?
I am on the tasting panel. I have only done it a couple of times, but I think I've got a couple coming up soon, actually. So
you're not literate enough to name them.
I don't know. I used to be in the whiskey team, so we did quite a lot of tasting, sampling, and stuff like that. So I didn't always necessarily feel that I needed to do the tasting panel. But now I don't do that. I'm definitely keen to get more involved with it.
Tony, have you ever?
You've done a few.
Had any names?
I do quite a lot.
Have you? Are you on the panel?
I'm not on the panel, no.
Oh, you
can't be trusted.
I've given like
it's not a surprise he's not on the panel.
I've done a few panels, but I've never. It's usually like the chairperson of the panel that kind of has the last word on the name and
just laughing at you. Anthony suggested this name. How ridiculous! I'm going to go for this. What an idiot!
Gonna go. I'm not on the tasting panel now.
He's twiddling his moustache.
Curling it. You sound like an evil villain with like a monocle.
That's what I was going for.
That could definitely be him, by the way. That kind of name.
German.
That sounds like
German, right?
I'm not sure.
Who said he was English?
I thought he was English, but I might be wrong.
Should we Google it? Gareth. Yeah. Is Bach English or German?
German.
The composer.
Think of the surname as.
Is Bach the composer?
Bach, he's in German.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Oh, it's a Handel. Handel was.
I was
French.
thinking it was maybe Austrian. A rectangle's the same
Idiot.
thing.
Handel is the English one, I think.
Fly off the handle.
Yeah. Too hot to handle.
Anyway, should we taste this?
Let's keep going, yeah. So we've nosed it already. Taste the whiskey, I suppose, yeah. Do you hear the classical music? I'll tell you what, it's pretty punchy in terms of flavour. Yeah. So and also alcohol.
Yeah, 59 and a half as well. So
I always like to add quite a lot of water.
So decadent.
But I'm going to add quite a bit here.
I'm actually getting a lot of peachy notes amongst the like really rich spices.
It's really rich.
Kind of things.
Yes.
It's actually pretty well balanced. Like yeah.
Do you know what's funny there, right? So I've just added a little bit of water, right? But Anthony's not added. Oh, you probably can't see it. Well, maybe you can see it. I don't know which camera I'll go for. Don't know, right? So I've added a little bit of water, and you can see that you can actually see a little bit of what's the word you use, but anyway, this one's clear and this one's a little bit foggy, and that used to be a big issue back in the day, for like, but more for like big global brands, you know.
Yeah.
It's all about consistent sort of brand. So that you get your 12-year-old whiskey, it was always the same every time you try it. You know, like a brand of cigarettes, a brand of whiskey. We're the complete opposite. We're about celebrating, you know, one of a kind expressions. You know, majority of the stuff is single cask, and some have further maturation, but essentially it's one body of spirit, right? And one of the things that would stop that from happening is chill filtration, right? But we know that some people might look at that and think, well, I've just bought my whiskey and it's gone a bit cloudy there. Well, must be something wrong with whiskey. But actually, we don't chill filter, right? And a lot of people who bottle single cask whiskey and a lot of single malt distillers now, because they know that when you chill filter, you're actually stripping out a lot of the flavour. So when I see that, I know that's a good thing, you know, because that's all the flavours in there. That's the fatty acids reacting with the water. So I think that's great. It's a really good sign, right? It's a pure product, right? Have you added water yet? No.
I've added a little bit, but it's kind of meaty as well. No, there's not.
Yeah, I kind of got that in the nose a little bit.
That felt a little bit like you guys had no interest at all in what I was saying.
Well, you said it. No, that was very insightful. I have genuinely, Cal. Genuinely,
and then
I have
you
always.
both just like didn't even acknowledge what I said and went straight to, yeah, that dram does taste like this.
I try and talk to you just blankly.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
I was trying to tell you.
I'm just feeling a bit sensitive today.
You're still blanking me.
What? You trying to thank me now?
No, I'm trying to tell you. I've wondered that for quite a while. When I see our whiskey that's been diluted down, I wonder why it's that kind of market. And now I know. So I was trying to say that was actually insightful. Thank you.
No, I just thought it was interesting because it doesn't happen all the time, but when you do see it, it's actually an indication of like quality, untouched whiskey, pure product. Yeah.
It's also like, I guess it's just good to say that because it's like, don't worry if your whiskey does get cloudy when you add whiskey or water or ice, because it's
and the other thing, like colour as well. You know, like this has been in sherry casks. I'll just spell like the first one. It's got cask treatment, so we know that colour is completely natural from the wood, and nothing else.
Yeah.
There is, you know, people do add colour to whiskey in the industry.
Yeah.
You're seeing less and less of it now because people are becoming more aware of it, you know. But with our whiskies, you know that it's completely pure and completely natural, and the colour and anything else is going on is just, it's the real deal, basically, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pure as the driven snow, right?
The real McCoy.
Yeah.
And when we started in 1983, doing that kind of stuff was a little bit like
taboo. Yeah, it was weird. It was
like I guess like the veterans in the industry saw that as just heresy, and like nobody's gonna.
That'll never work.
Yeah.
and you know, when you think about the timing of the society when it started in 1983, it was all about blended whiskey, and the quality of blended whiskey is far superior these days than it was then.
Yeah.
And people weren't really drinking single malts. Single malts didn't really take off massively until the 90s. But people in 1983, they were drinking single cask, and most of the time it was pretty much straight from the cask. So we've always been way ahead of the game. I think it was quite fortunate the way things worked out. You know, just a chance discovery. But so we've been doing it for 40 years, and I think that's fantastic.
You can definitely like have this dram for a long time. It keeps flavors keep changing, and like it keeps developing.
Something familiar about it's like Caramac.
I'm just going back to the first one just to compare
Buttery?
a little bit.
Do you get like kind of burnt buttery kind of? It's quite yogurty.
It's almost like baking.
Yeah, it's quite.
Like
It's really, really
bacon
good.
mix or cake mix.
In comparison, the first one is a bit more easygoing. It's not easygoing, but if you compare the two, and we did them the right way around. So obviously this one's a little bit older, right? So it's more time in a cask, so it has more time to soak up the influence from the wood. So it is going to be a bit more full on. But naturally, also because of the style of whiskey, Oloroso, it's a bit more what we describe as being decadent, thicker, richer. PX is a bit sweeter. So, but perfect drams to have back to back next to each other.
Yeah. Enjoy Sherry Week. There's some great whiskies to be had.
Do we want to get the next one on the go?
I think we might as well.
Might as well.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so we're moving on to, it's Anthony's final dram before he runs off. This is the magician hands. We used to do this a lot in Bash Street, didn't we? Now we're building it up. This is building up. Come on, get it. Oh. It's a bit slow though, this is getting awkward.
Wham! Bam.
Whammy!
Like that.
So tell us all about this dram.
Wham, bam, festive dram. Now, you might think that this is just a bottle of whiskey. It's not.
What?
This is the perfect Christmas present. This is the perfect stocking filler.
Stocking filler, yes.
This is the definition of a stocking filler. For any dads out there, any granddads,
No, undo my button
any mums that love whiskey, because not only do you get this whiskey, you get a glass to dram the whiskey in. So you'll get your own Scotch Malt Whisky Society glass and Wham Bam Festive Dram.
Stockings, are they not for children though? I just want to make sure that
Don't put an age in it.
we're not trying to sell whiskey to.
I've got a stocking.
You still have a
I
stocking?
think you've been a problem where there doesn't have to be a problem.
Maybe we need to make it clear that it's not for. If you have children at home, this is not a good
Despite the
present
wonderful colouring,
it may look like
It's got like
packet
kind of
Sweeties.
cartoon font as well.
Do you know what?
why are we doing this to
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like an old school retro Sweeties. You know, like the ones that like fizz in your mouth or something because it's so explosive.
Oh, refreshers. Have you seen?
No.
No? You know a refresher?
What? It's a popping candy was what I was thinking of.
Candy?
Yes.
Who do you think you are?
This is the problem is that
Candy.
these guys are younger than me, so they never get my references, but Gareth does.
I'm sure a lot of the listeners.
It's an
get
age
your
thing, yeah.
references as well.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so
sorry.
you'll get your own society glass if you buy this bottle. 35 pounds.
Do you know what I just realised? We haven't mentioned any of the prices of other whiskies.
At a price of your choosing. Whatever you think's fair.
We do that a lot.
Donations.
Price is just a number. What is money anyway?
£35 with the glass.
With the glass.
Nice.
Did you not know that? Or you just...
I was just double checking to
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure that was the
So-
price with the glass. Yeah,
So
you can't complain about that. That's
Hopefully you can open it better than I can.
And there is a fairly limited number, and I think they will sell really quickly.
yeah.
Oh, I can pass it. Oh,
Yeah, help me out here.
Sorry. I've drank out this glass already. Here we go.
Nice. Thank you.
Ooh, look at that colour. So are you going to tell us about what's inside the bottle?
Yeah, so I would say that this is like the classic classic winter dram that you'd want to have. It's been matured in both Oloroso and PX casks. So
It's a bit like we were talking about earlier on,
it's
isn't
kind of
it?
like a mix of the first two that we just
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
11 years old, 58%.
It definitely feels, when on the nose, it feels very balanced. I do get the spiciness, but also getting that lovely sweetness as well.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what it reminds me of on the nose? It reminds me of that squishy strip waffle.
Strip waffle.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little bit, yeah. it's
Caramel. I'm getting like gum, sugary, kind of just very sweet.
it's definitely. It smells great. Like it smells.
It doesn't smell that sweet. I'm getting more like leathery.
You're getting more spice in the
Yeah,
nose.
yeah,
I feel like
leathery.
it's going to be more of that on the when
Spice.
on the palate.
What was the strength on it?
60.
58.
Is it?
Loser.
I just can't see because of the bright lights.
58 on the dot.
58. So it's 11 years old. Yep. 35 cl, 35 pound with a free glass. Wham, bam, festive dram.
Wham, you bam.
Wham, ya bam.
Easy.
Do you know? I mean, I feel like adding water less with this one than I
Yeah.
did the last one. I still want to add a little bit of water because that's my preference, but
That's very approachable.
it's approachable. It's maybe in terms of the ABV, it's obviously quite still high.
It doesn't taste like that though.
But it doesn't.
You try it.
I would not. If you
wouldn't
drank, if
guess.
you tasted that, you wouldn't know it was
It
58%.
might be that we've had 3 whiskies already, but
It might be something to do with that as well.
Yeah.
Well, we actually had a pre-dram as well. Do we not?
warm up dram.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I mean,
What?
Yeah, I mean it tastes a lot sweeter to me than it smelled on the
Do you know
palate.
what? I was wrong. I was expecting it to be more spicy and leathery on the palate, but
it
it's
tastes
still
a lot
really
sweeter,
balanced.
yeah.
It's still very sweet.
you know what's really
get
nice
lots of,
about
like,
it?
raisins.
What I really like about it is that like dry finish, where it's like it's just all like the kind of oaky dryness that just makes it again like kind of moreish. So you want to go back into that. You want that sweetness again.
This is from distillery number.
Oh, we got the distillery.
Well, it doesn't say on the bottle, so I'm not actually entirely sure I'm allowed to say it, but from distillery number 78.
But don't tell anyone, just in case.
Wow,
I won't tell anyone it's distillery number 78.
Yeah.
And I won't say that
Don't tell your
the
friends.
distillery sits behind the biggest mountain in Scotland,
Okay.
because that might give away the name of the distillery.
In Britain,
Sorry, Britain, of course. And the highest mountain in the British Isles. Yeah, but usually it's quite a robust kind of character.
Yeah,
for that,
yeah.
it smells very different to me than it tastes. I'm still getting a lot more
Tell us
leather,
more,
spices,
all right.
nuts, and then on the palate it's much more like dates,
yeah,
dried fruits, raisins.
absolutely. I'm just trying to see if I get that.
It's a great, like, I would I'd have that with like a sweet, like chocolate or.
You'd have that with your
something.
Christmas pudding.
Yeah, or even like with a mince pie or something.
Oh.
It's actually quite waxy on them.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of like mouthfeel.
That's kind of like a typical.
It's got good legs in the
78
glass. Look at the glass there. It's got lovely. Oh, I mean, that is just a fabulous dram. What was I say? Wham Bam festive dram, but that's why I'm thinking F. I'm thinking
It's a
festive. I'm thinking
fabulous festive dram.
Fabulous festive dram.
Oh, it's even
But
better with water.
I've added a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is delicious.
I can't remember if I did.
Delicious. Yeah, but if you like the sound of this, I would get on it quickly because I think it's going to sell really,
Yeah,
really quickly.
there's not a lot of it. It'll go quick. Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna buy a couple of bottles for sure. Not for my kids. Not for children.
I feel like Christmas is such a great time to have a dram as well. There's something about that time of year, the celebrations,
Absolutely.
the feeling.
I mean, not that I ever struggle to drink a dram, but I do feel like in the summer, it's not very often that I sit outside in the sunshine and have a dram.
Well, yeah, winter is when it
Wine or
comes to
beer,
life,
but
isn't it?
and the good thing about Scotland is there's plenty of winter. I mean, we're actually filming this in October. It's not quite November yet, but
There's no shortage.
it's a very nice day.
It is, yeah.
But it's definitely more dram. You know, I've been closing the curtains and getting cozy. I've had my hot water bottle out. Have you had your hot water bottle out yet?
No, not
Do you
yet.
have one?
No.
Do you have a hot water bottle? No. Just me then.
I'm not 80 years old.
Well, that's embarrassing. I've only had it out twice.
My grandma used to always leave a hot water bottle in my bed.
I think my mother has a hot water bottle all year round. Somebody bought me one of these really
the
long
long
ones.
Yeah.
But they're actually, I just fold it in half.
Wait,
so it's
how big are we talking here?
oh,
They could be like, yeah.
What?
yeah, yeah, full kettle in there.
Yeah.
But then it's
torpedo.
kind of pointless because all the water just sits at the bottom, so you end up folding it over. So if you're in the market for a hot water bottle, I'd recommend sticking to the regular size.
Use code Calum for
These long hot water bottles. I don't know.
Teleshop and music comes on.
So hot water bottles and drams is the name of this podcast. There you
Fill
go.
your hot water bottle with a dram.
But yeah,
Maybe
so
not.
obviously this is coming out in November and Christmas is next month, so there's always a big build up to Christmas for everybody, you know. But certainly for us, because we have our biggest, again I'm going to say it again, our biggest outturn of the year in November. And
Say it one more time.
I actually picked the drams and they are the bottles, and I'm extremely excited about
And
it.
is this, so this one here is coming out with the outturn on the first Friday of the
Yes,
month? Yeah,
correct.
okay.
Yeah, so the
Just to make
first two
sure,
are
yeah.
Sherry Week, so they'll drop a little bit earlier. Is that right?
We've got some bottles
And then
coming
this
out
one-
that week, yeah, and then we'll have our.
This one will be fresh.
Everything will be
And
first
this one's
Friday.
coming out Friday morning at 9 a.m.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not, don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if the message is wrong.
So
Keep an eye on your emails. And
thanks very much,
Yeah.
Anthony, for
Cheers,
joining
Tony.
us.
Thank
We've
you.
got- Cheers.
Sandra?
We're over here at the SMWS stand. I've got Liam, and Liam, where do you work? Tell us a bit about yourself.
So I work at the Vaults, the original venue at SMWS, looking after a lot of the tastings. Yeah, really great space to work, lovely membership.
How long have you been there for?
I've been there 2 years now.
So how does it work? Like, members come along and they can have a wee sample, and you get anything you would recommend? You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, so-
like, but pretend that I'm a member, or I'm just a general member of the public.
Aye.
Tell me what you got here.
So the great thing about our whiskies is it's just such a mixed bag of flavours. Anyone can come and say, oh, I don't drink much whiskey.
I brought my glass.
So, can you give me something that is a good example of a bourbon barrel? Well, how about this here, 10-year-old?
I've had that one already. You recommended that to me this morning.
Oh,
That was my pre-podcast dram.
Well, you've
Oh
not-
yes,
you've not had
that's
this
what.
one, okay.
That's what.
So
That's what I had my eye on.
well, we 21-year-old festival bourbon barrel.
You have to join me though as well.
Absolutely.
It's like it's like dim when you get to
That's yeah.
So have you recognised a lot of members that
Yes.
from the vaults
so,
here today?
Actually had a member who was at the vaults yesterday come today specifically
Okay.
for the event, but they were at the vaults yesterday. So
2 days in a row.
I know, it's pretty
That's good going.
Lots of members from throughout Scotland. Some members who have let their membership lapse, but are now wanting to rejoin because they're trying the whiskies again. So that's
Excellent,
always,
good stuff. Well, so what are we drinking here?
So we have a 21-year-old Distillery 19 Cask 103 first fill bourbon barrel, delighting the uncanny. You can see it is a black label, so a slightly more bespoke bottling. I think it's just a great example of something.
Yeah,
age,
I mean,
next day.
I've got a few favourites, but this distillery is certainly one of my favourites. You know, it's very sweet and approachable. Speyside whiskey. It's Speyside, right?
Highland, most easterly distillery in Scotland.
Is that right?
In fact, yeah.
There you go.
The town will
We just had the most northerly whiskey on the mainland, which is the 165.1, which you won't have tried yet, and I tried for the first time just now. But
I'm looking forward to that.
do you like your rugby at all? You ever been to a game here?
Once when I was 10, so I can't say I've got a strongest connection, but it's great to be back, after all these years.
So what are you getting from this whiskey? Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think 19s have just got that kind of tropical, quite,
Tropical is absolutely right. Yeah.
tropical fruits, guava, stuff like that.
Oh, I mean, it is mango, it's apricot,
Mm-hmm.
like absolutely. That is really delicious.
For
Nectarine.
56.4%, it is so smooth, it just goes
I mean,
down like a treat.
the first thing you said was tropical fruits, but that, oh my god, it is so much like that. Absolutely lovely.
I think every distillery 19 release we've done, usually it's been in bourbon at a good age, and I can see why we keep releasing them, because they're great.
Good to catch up with you.
Yes.
I better let you get back to the hard work because we've got a crowd of members gathering here. But
In a very
listen,
thirsty, I'm sure.
thanks very much. All right, have a good
Pleasure.
one.
Cheers.
mate. So we've got another guest on now. We've had a wee switcheroo, as you might want to call it. So
Anthony, what's happened to you?
It's grown some hair. Wait, we're here.
So Kirsty, you work in the finance department,
Yes.
but you're
Yeah.
you're kind of a newbie to the company, but
Absolutely new, yeah.
but it feels like you're an old friend
Yes.
already.
Been a while. It's gone quick.
Kirsty's one of the people that's always we're both quite chatty people,
A wee
as you can
chat,
tell.
bit of snack,
There's a couple
yeah.
others that I won't name, but we always have a good chat every now and again. We catch up, and we've got a wee section in the membership services area. Kirsty was often known for coming through for a wee
Snacks in the chat.
snack
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why we thought it'd be be great to get you on the
Yeah,
podcast.
love it.
Kirsty was attending
Lovely to
the
be
Whisky Festival, so
Yeah.
I said, "Come on,
Stop
let's
me
get
eating
you
my
on."
cheese, yeah.
Are
Was
you-
mid cheese board and then got accosted. Yeah.
So you've had a wee look around. So
Yeah.
what have you seen so far?
So I've actually seen, I've gone to a couple of non-actual whiskey stalls at the moment. So I went to the chocolate stall, which is obviously draws me in. Big chocolate fan.
Nice.
So bought some chocolates from there. Also went to the Oak and Black stand, which is run by my old rugby coach Freddie. So I bought a wee hip flask from there.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, so I got myself a little miniature there. It's very nice stuff made from whiskey casks. And then I went to Lindor's and went to Cadenhead's as well. And then went to Mellis. Sorry, I keep slipping my foot. Went to Mellis and then
Just relax.
stopped.
You make it so much worse
Yeah.
for people. Like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, you're gonna have so much editing.
Honestly, you just try as hard as possible to make people
You just get
uncomfortable.
cut out. Of
You're
it
like
as well.
this is like a toddler. She's like, my name's Kirsty and I work for the Scotch Malt
Does
Whisky
this get
Society.
cut? I'm just swinging my foot.
Sorry,
Right.
crack on.
okay.
So you're telling us
Oh,
about
yeah,
chocolate.
yeah.
Chocolate.
Jump back in.
Yeah, I had some chocolate and then I also had some cheese from IJ Mellis as well.
Have you had any whiskey?
Yes, had some from Lindor's and some from Cadenhead. So I had some Inver Gordon,
Very nice.
green whiskey, and where was the other one? I can't remember the other one was, but the Inver Gordon 18 one was very nice. there.
So you're sort of suitably warmed up for
You're about to have
yeah,
more,
I had a
for more
couple.
whiskey.
Yeah, I had a couple ready for.
Are you in the
another
mood for
one.
some
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
mezcal, maybe?
Mezcal.
In the mood for some
Well,
mezcal?
it's going to be a first from my
Yeah.
not ever, but first for the society. So
Okay.
the whiskeys we're going to try are actually over your side. So if you don't mind grabbing the first bottle in front of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Need to. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what it's called? Is that okay?
It is called Smouldering Mojo.
And it's 10 years old. It's matured in it's actually quite hard to see. Sorry for grabbing the bottle out of you.
Sorry,
But,
do you want me to-
but it's matured in a selection of first fill mezcal, seasoned barriques, and refill bourbon and sherry casks. Smouldering Mojo. Isn't that your porn star name?
I think you've had enough. I'll take over from here. So, obviously, this is one of our heresy bottlings. Very popular, always have great labels. very experimental. So there's usually like a fun twist to them. The whiskey team are kind of let loose to experiment, try different cask types, different cask treatments.
I feel like you're telling me off when you're saying this.
Well,
I'm being very sensible.
trying to
You're
rein you
joking
back
around
in.
too much.
Mezcal cask. This is the first time the society has released a whiskey from a mezcal cask. They weren't actually allowed in whiskey until 2019, I think. I know this because Julian wrote a nice feature.
Quite new.
As everyone that watches the podcast know, all my whiskey knowledge just comes from Julian, his articles. I don't actually know anything. I just regurgitate
He's a good
what
source.
he says.
Yeah.
So yeah, very innovative cask that you won't have seen a society version of before. So, are you going to be sensible, Cal?
I'll try.
Okay.
Gonna just have it straight
Try
from
my
the bottle.
best.
Yeah, reel it in a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I will.
I'm like, every time I move my foot there, I'm like, oh no, I can't move my feet.
We're out in public, there's people kicking around.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exciting.
Stop talking
I've had a couple of drams. It's fun.
You're a bit excitable, aren't you?
Oh, definitely. I don't get out much. I think is the and you ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, so this is really our first cask we have bottled from an ex-mezcal cask. So
Why is mezcal different to tequila? You were talking about this in the train. You can tell me all about it.
all our research was done on the train the way through. So I think.
I can smell it. Sorry, just before you say that, I can smell. So this is Isla whiskey that has been
that's
matured
it.
in
That's
mezcal
like-
cask.
Definitely.
As soon as I poured it, I just reminded myself because you can smell it straight away.
There's obviously a combination of factors there. So what they say that I have to get this right way around, but all mezcal is not tequila. But oh no, I'm
Do you want to Google it? Do you want to
Hey,
go
Bob,
on Wikipedia?
no.
All
Wikipedia.
tequila isn't mezcal, but all mezcal's tequila.
no.
The other way, the opposite. I don't know.
Who knows? Right,
Something like
I'll say
that.
something else instead.
It's like
All
tequila.
of the Netherlands.
Basically, tequila has to be made from a blue agave plant, and it has to be in certain regions. So it's a bit like champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tequila is produced more on a sort of larger scale production-wise, so it's sort of more industrial. Whereas mezcal is a lot more sort of craft style. And the big difference between tequila and mezcal also is that blue agave is steamed, but in tequila. But in mezcal, the agave plant is roasted. So that's why you get those smoky flavors.
Okay. So it's
and-
not any peated influence on it?
No, it's got a smoky element to
Yeah.
it, but it's nothing to do with peat.
peated, okay.
And it's to do with the roasting of the plant when they
Or
make it.
mezcal.
For mezcal, yes.
mezcal.
And this is mezcal we're talking about right here. And also to add on to the fact that it is
It's
also
Isla whiskey, yeah.
Isla whiskey. So here we go, guys. This is
Fun
our
combination.
first.
Yeah.
Very excited. So maybe have a wee nose first.
Yeah. Definitely getting a slight smoke.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
it's
quite
like
subtle?
salty smoke
Yeah.
for me in the nose.
It's
Definitely smells
It's
quite
very curious
I look.
to think about what is the mezcal influence and what is the
Yeah.
Isla influence. And,
Yeah.
It smells like it will go nicely with the cheeses that I got stopped
have you
from
tr-
eating.
have you
Not that you're salty about
Yeah.
it,
Have
right?
you- I'm
have you
salty,
tried
yeah.
mezcal before?
I don't think I have actually. I think I've only tried tequila. And even then, I think I've only tried tequila.
Maybe
It's been
I
like
have. Yeah, with
It's
lime
been
and
nice.
salt,
lime and salt,
maybe.
yeah, in a club. It's not been.
What? Oh, sugar. What's so you do so tell me how you do the tequila shot again.
You lick your hand, then you pour salt on it, and then
Yeah.
like you lick the salt.
What's the
Yeah,
mad
so
one?
salt, then
Then you neck the
tequila.
tequila, and then you.
Then-
So basically, it's
and
like
And then there's the
master
hardcore
tape.
version of that where you do a line of the salt, you squirt lemon juice in your eye, and then
Never
you,
done that.
yeah, no.
No, I've never done that either.
It is a thing though. I've heard of it, but yeah, I know. I
Everything's
definitely
a
have
thing.
never done that. Yeah.
A few more hours time, Calum will be doing this.
Well,
Salt in the eyes.
yeah. But do you know it's funny because I always talk about when people haven't tried whiskey before.
Yeah.
It's not only it's an acquired taste, but drinking spirits at all like, on its own is quite it's tricky to when you first approach it because, like you say, we're talking tequila,
Yeah.
and you associate with like sort of lower quality
It's like a
tequila.
punishment,
You
yeah.
do like and a lot of people do say, "Oh, tequila!
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't drink tequila because I've had a bad experience drinking really cheap tequila."
Yeah.
This is obviously very different.
Could you see it as a shot? You wouldn't.
But well,
But tequila, most
it's
people,
changed a lot these
people's
days.
Spirits will be tequila as a
Yeah.
shot.
Tequila's
in a club,
actually
yeah.
tequila's really big. There's a lot of celebrities
Yeah.
getting behind endorsing big tequila brands. So especially in America, tequila's huge. And you're seeing it as much higher quality products.
Yeah.
But mezcal is really interesting. It's more crafty, local, small batch distilleries.
This is great.
I've not tried it yet.
Really, really good. It's quite sweet actually.
Ooh. Yeah, I
That
like
is
that.
delicious.
Bit
Whoa.
complex.
It's kind of like sweet, a little bit salty. There's a little bit of like the Isla meatiness, but not a lot. It's just like,
It's like
you
savoury,
can tell
yeah.
it's Isla, but it's not.
Spiky, you know. I know I'm
Yeah.
just this cactus in my head. I'm like, you know, like, but like, it's prickly. It's got the smoke. It's got the peat, but it is. You can
Layers,
tell
yeah.
it's not. You can feel that it is different. Definitely.
fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Really, really interesting. It's quite unique. I've never tried one like that, but and they're very delicious as well.
I instantly want to go back for more.
And remember, this is 50%, so it's a lot more approachable. You don't have to add water, but you certainly can add a wee bit if you like, because
Yeah, we'll try
50 is still not, still fairly high, you know.
I'm intrigued to see if it changes the taste.
Yeah.
It's that mix of like sweet and savoury, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you like peated whiskies, Kirsty?
Yeah, I think I like them in the way that I think I find them quite Moorish, so it's like you sort of keep going back. I think the first time I think I have peated whiskey, I'm sort of like, oh, what's that? And then you sort of go back and then I find it quite intriguing. I just think of it in the way as like, if you have scampi fries or bacon fries in the pub, you keep going back for more. That's why I think of like a peated whiskey. It's like that kind of
draws you back.
that
Yeah.
smokiness.
There's so many different types of peat as well, which
Yeah.
I only really figured out once I started working at the society. I think I used to try like the really heavy, meaty Isla peats to begin with, and I was like, is that for me? I'm not really sure. But then you find out there's a whole different world of like where the peat comes
subtle,
from, like what the spirit character's like, whether it's meaty, whether it's like salty.
Yeah, and that's it.
So many different types.
And you know, originally all whiskey would have been peated because that was a local fuel source for involved in the distillation, you know, and a lot of people who aren't necessarily into whiskey probably associate that peaty. They probably think that all whiskey's got that peaty, smoky element to it, but as we know, there's a huge variety of whiskey. But and people love peated whiskey. They're always very popular, all our peated releases.
Yeah.
So this is no different. I think this is going to go very, very well, and we're going to love it.
It's really nice to leave it water as well. It's got a really nice
Oh,
clean finish. Yeah.
It's got a kind of it's definitely very complex, isn't it? I'm getting a bit of a kind of pineapple-y, kind of citrusy kind of vibe to it as well.
Usually I prefer without water, but I actually prefer that with water. It's
I'd-
a nice smoother finish, I think, like cleaner finish with water in it.
I think that you taste it on the palate, you get that medicinal kind of Isla kind of quality, but the smoky finish feels like it's more from the mezcal.
It's strange. It's quite refreshing, but then the smoke
Yeah.
It's
kind
quite
of
refreshing.
It's not lingering too
Balance
much.
it,
so
yeah.
it's not,
And it's got quite a nice mouthfeel to it as
yeah.
well. So we like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Man.
No, that's great.
Nice to have something a wee bit different
And
as well.
And now for something completely
only
different.
£60.
£60.
£60 for a cask that the society has never released before. So
I mean, I love the
that's
Heritage
a fun
ranges,
one to have
yeah.
on the shelf.
They're great, you know, a wee bit different, a wee bit fun. You know, the bottle here looks much more like a kind of old school kind of tequila or mezcal kind of bottle. You got wee agave plants on there, so it's
Like this smouldering as
beautiful
well, so
design.
kind of hints at the.
I mean, it's such a fun,
Smouldering.
a fun bottle to have in
Yeah.
the in the house.
Smolder for the camera, Duncan. Shows you're smouldering. I'm not sure if that was smouldering or not.
Cut, is
Like a
it?
spice, yeah.
Well, I've still got a bit of whiskey in my glass, but we've got another glass, so we can always come back to that.
I'd quite like to compare these two, actually.
Yeah, that'd be good. Would you mind doing the honours and passing over the
Sorry,
final
that's
bottle
leaking.
for the afternoon?
Yeah.
It might not be the final whiskey we have, but it's
Oh, no,
Do you want me
absolutely
to
not.
waffle?
yeah, you go for it.
I'll
Yeah.
waffle a bit. Seeing as I stay quite quiet for the ones I don't know about, so
Well, there's a man who's just gone past with a trolley of sausage rolls.
So you'll never guess who wrote a feature about this bottle, which is why I didn't. Which is why I know.
Julian.
Which is why I know about it.
Did you copy and paste Julian's?
Julian did a
He
great
did right,
job.
he did a copy and paste.
And giving me all my knowledge. So this is from the most northern distillery in Scotland.
In the mainland.
In the mainland.
Okay.
In the mainland.
I had a guess and then we said
Thank you,
mainland.
Calum. Almost got done on a technicality there.
Yep.
It's
And the most
Please.
exciting thing is it's a 0.1.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we've
So,
got a 0.1.
165.
Guys, we've got a 0.1.
Wait, no, stay back. No, come on. Hold them back.
And
So we got-
you wanted to try that, did
There's
you know?
hundreds of members trying to get on here. We're just trying to control the situation.
Yeah, it's not the staff. Don't worry.
The
Crowds. He's a way to get a glass. We can try that one.
So Scotland's most northern distillery on the mainland.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's a fairly new distillery.
it's a fairly new distillery, just over 10 years old. But there's a far older distillery which used to be in a similar place next to a burn.
It's named after the burn.
It's named after a burn.
Without giving it away.
You, you can piece it together. And this is the peated expression.
That was a wolf, by the way.
Thanks, Calum. This is a peated expression from that distillery, which they only run for 2 months of the year.
Okay.
So it's actually a very limited spirit. So to have this version of the distillery spirit as the 0.1 is pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a distillery that we're really excited to work with. We get excited about all the 0.1s, but and in terms of new distilleries, I mean, it's slightly more than 10 years old, but
yeah,
it's certainly one that we are very happy to be working with, and hopefully, I know that our members will share the same enthusiasm for this whiskey.
Quite a small production.
Yeah.
If you want to find out more about this distillery by Edinburgh in the north of Scotland,
go to this link here.
Go to the next copy of the Unfiltered magazine. Will have all you need to know. So you could buy a bottle, have a dram. Although we don't disclose the name of the distillery, you can join the two dots together and learn a little bit about it whilst you dram. So
it's a great plug for your article as well.
Yeah.
It's a great,
Have you tried it?
Not yet.
You're too busy.
Do you want me to give the details of have you read out the name of it?
No, I haven't.
Do you want me to do that?
Go for it.
You can do it if you want.
No, I've used up all my waffle.
Your waffle hour's gone. So this one is 165.1. So, God, we're at 165.
That is actually mental.
That is mental. 40 years, and almost more than 40 years. 165 distilleries.
40-year-old whiskey.
40-year-old whiskey.
For that price, that's exceptional.
I don't usually go into this detail, but this was distilled on the 30th of August 2016, pretty close to my birthday, but I need to find a birthday bottling.
When is your birthday?
The 23rd of August. I didn't get your card, by the way.
You didn't get me a card?
No.
Do you have to guess the year?
No.
You're a couple months late.
And years.
Yeah, let's not guess the year. But I'm Gen X. Which is pretty cool.
Gen, you're not a boomer?
No, I'm Gen X.
No. What's Gen?
Gen X with all the cool Seattle sound bands. There you go.
You're so cool, Calum. You're right.
Hello. we had people watching the podcast there. It was pretty exciting.
It was really Gen X as well, maybe. They were like,
yeah. Whoa.
I'm not speculating how old those people were that walked past there. That'd be fair.
Yeah.
But probably the same to say. So we've mentioned the Highland region already, but first fill ex-bourbon cask is coming in at 52.8%, and it's 8 years old. It's called Smoke Thai Holy Basil.
It's actually quite low at cask strength for only 8 years old. It's come down quite a lot.
Yeah, I guess it is. This is our second month of our new flavour profiles.
Did I say the smoky and fruity?
Sorry, apologies. Smoky and fruity. Is this smoky and fruity for you, Kirsty?
I'm getting less of a... Well, when I first smelt it, I was thinking that smelled peatier to me than this one.
Okay.
Yeah. I got more of a smoke off the mezcal.
Sometimes on the nose can be a bit deceiving. But this is, in terms of peated parts per million, I think it's quite low on the scale, isn't it?
Parts per million.
Peated parts per million.
Yeah, so it's only 10.
Peter picked up 10 pickled pepper.
10
peated parts per million.
10
pickled
parts per
10 pickled parts per million.
So it's quite low, but it would make sense that it would make sense.
Well, that's why it's
the first one is meatier because it's higher.
Yeah, of
whereas
course.
This one is it's just a little bit.
But he's good. What's he got now?
Oh,
fish, goujons, chicken nuggets. I don't know.
It's laughing because I can see that coming and I can get distracted.
Where were we? Yeah. So if you think about that on the terms of we go from 10 peated parts per million to we're talking about Isla, so something like one of your big heavy peated drams from Isla is going to be more like 40 peated parts per million, whereas it's 10. So it's going to be lightly peated. That's why it's smoky and fruity. So you had any nose on it already? You tried it already?
Mojo actually had a bigger Isla influence than I thought it would. Like it was actually quite robust compared. Only now that I taste them next to each other.
I was expecting this to be smokier, to be a bit peatier,
but this is my. Personally, I don't.
This is your beat baggy.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not mass. I like the occasional big sherry bomb or big peat punch.
But I love sweet peat.
I love sweet peat. I like a little bit of peated element to it, but not too much.
I prefer, as my friend
Are you
says,
full on?
Yeah, like a full on.
Punch in the face.
My friend describes it as I want you to shove my face in the barbecue. That's how she describes it. Like if you ask what whiskey she likes, that's what she says. Like
a little bit of pain.
Yeah, a little bit of savoury.
If the barbecue's on.
Yeah. I've never asked her
or is
the
it
values. I can ask her
when it's cooled down, because that would be pretty mean.
You
if your friend pushed your head into a
grill
barbecue.
marks
Yeah.
inside.
You'd have the grill marks in your
Yeah.
face.
Medium rare.
Never thought about that before. I'll clarify with her next time I see her. If I see her tomorrow, I'll say.
I might drop a wee bit of water. There's a tiny
Yeah,
bit touch.
that's right.
You having any?
I'm gonna try again without water then.
Oh, but this is delicious.
It is really, really good.
Um,
And this is just going to vanish.
and it's well, point ones are always popular. Absolutely. This is the distillery that everybody's going to be excited about.
Yeah.
I have to read Duncan's
It's
article.
got a nice mouthfeel to it as well.
Yeah, it's the
Going
content.
to have to.
It's always the content.
It's definitely got a nice sugary sort of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Nice mouthfeel. Well, we
Yeah,
talk
nice.
about where the peat comes from as having an influence. This is Highland peat. You know, when you talk about Orkney, it's they say it's sort of a heathery honey. Highlands is probably in between that and your medicinal sort of peat from Isla, but it's certainly got a sweetness to it.
Yeah, it's more on the
It's
sweeter
also
side.
very close to Orkney.
It's so
But this is absolutely delicious. I get a bit of citrus, probably like maybe just like lemon actually.
Yeah, orange peel.
But then
A little bit of pear.
we bought a lemon cake. It's got that kind
Sure,
of
that's not
brown
That's
brown
the
sugar.
You ate a
little
cake like
zesty
30
as opposed
seconds
to
ago.
cake.
Lemon
Yeah.
cheesecake. Sorry, lemon cheesecake.
Sure, it's not because you just ate a cake.
You're right. I did.
Getting buttercream, I'm getting.
I did.
I'm getting sponge and
icing
buttercream.
I'm getting sponge and icing with a wee bit of raspberry on top.
Yeah.
No, but maybe I do. It's delicious.
I haven't tried it with
Yeah.
water yet, so I'll have a little taste.
And Kirsty, so tell us what are your? Oh, sorry, you need to tell us a bit more.
With water, that's even more like sugary, sweet.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
I've added
It's
water.
nice. I've
Wow.
I've not had many peated whiskies that have got that sweetness to it as well, because I'm used to just thinking peated whiskey being like taste it and it's like apple
Yeah.
with cheese. That's the like straight
Yeah.
and so smoky.
Sometimes,
it's quite nice to try
You know,
something a bit different.
you want a whiskey for all occasions. It's good to have something that is more full on. And
Yeah.
sometimes, if it's too peated, for
Yeah.
me, it kind of masks the spirit a little bit,
Okay.
and you lose a little bit of. You kind of wonder what the spirit. But with this, obviously, the quality spirit is fantastic here.
I'd love to try
see-
a little bit of shortbread, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Are we just hungry? Is that our problem?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm really hungry.
maybe a sandwich
Taking some
or
chocolate,
a
that's
massive
what- yeah.
sausage roll.
What's your plan for the rest of the festival, Kirsty?
Just keep wandering around and trying more, educating myself on whiskey. So trying more.
I mean, there's
whiskey.
so many, Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously the society
Sounds
has a stall here, but there's so many different stalls.
Have you been to the stall yet?
No, because it was very busy when we went past earlier. So we were like, we have experienced this before.
It is-
Other people who haven't experienced it yet.
Not taking our own
experience
trumpet, but it does
yeah.
tend to be like one of the
Quite
busiest
busy.
stalls.
Well,
doesn't
we
it?
have always have a big selection, obviously,
Yeah.
and it does tend to be one of the busier stands. But to be honest, everyone looks busy just now. So
Yeah, it's
great
pretty-
wee
You might
festival.
think that like a whiskey festival is just for whiskey veterans, but really it's like if you're just starting, it's such a great place to come because you can just try so
Try
many different
loads,
flavors
yeah.
I
and
would
figure
say-
out what you like, what you don't like.
I would say it is dangerous though because you go in like there's a lot of stands. I'm just going to have one, and I'm going to pick the whiskies that I really want to try. But when you go to the first stand, it's like you have 3 in the first one. You're like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
I've got 30 more
Is it like,
stands to go.
want to try this one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, can't say no. Can't say be rude
Yeah.
not to.
So you have to be,
Yeah.
be sensible.
I think when you start,
Be
drinking whiskey-
sensible, Kirsty, okay? I worry about you, okay? You need to check in later on when you make sure you're safe,
I will.
okay?
Oh well.
£80, is that right?
Sounds about right. we've got the numbers written down there somewhere. Well,
Yes.
Yes.
Finance can't confirm
Do
it.
we
It's
want-
£80. Finance can't confirm
Finance,
it.
can you pass me a little bit of paper there, please? We could do a recap on the pricing here. So, so the first jam we had tonight is the 71.117. It's £95. The 63.119 coming in at £125. We've got the Wham Bam Festive Dram, £35
after.
with a glass. Oh, you can try that afterwards,
try that
absolutely.
after.
Then we've got the Smouldering Mojo. It's £60, and then the one we're having just now, you're right, Duncan, correct, £80. As I've said already, the biggest outturn of the year, so there's loads to
So
choose
much,
from.
yeah. I mean, we can only taste so many whiskies on camera at least.
Yeah.
Before Calum gets a
we
bit
could
too
drink
rowdy.
all 50.
So
That's what we're gonna do after.
There's so many more to try. Do you have any favourites, Calum,
Favourite?
from our lineup?
Well, I really like the one. I
like them all.
What is it they say? Love the one you're with. It's a song.
Is it?
Love the one you're with.
We're millennials.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
predates
how many
us.
years ago
yeah,
was that?
Yeah. We're
Gareth,
too
you know
young.
the song, right? Love the one you're with.
Sorry,
We're
old
too
I
time.
can't remember who sings it. It's way before my time, actually. But well, this is the one I'm having right now.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah. So I'm going to go with this one. I think it's
I
fantastic.
think those last two were fantastic.
The Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
I
Matt.
really want to try that.
Festive dram.
I need to stop talking.
Wham bam.
And I knew that. I wasn't even on for
It
it.
finally happened.
What's that from?
Finally thinks he's talked enough.
Isn't that a Queen song? It finally happened. I'm slightly mad. No?
And on that note, thank you very much for
thanks
joining
to all our guests. Thank you to the Edinburgh Whisky Festival. I hope you have a bright day. It's a fantastic festival. We're delighted to be part of it. And we'll see you next time back in the studio. Cheers, guys.